These videos, called Get in the Groove, present a series of simple and accessible movements that release tension, open up energy flow, gently warm and stretch muscles, and promote joint mobility. We center on our breath and invite the movement to flow in a smooth and organic way. If you like these videos from Just Breathe Yoga, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. Namaste. Let's get started by taking a comfortable seated position. You may choose to cross your legs, or, if you prefer, you may extend one or both legs to achieve greater comfort. You may find it helpful to elevate your hips by sitting on a blanket, cushion, or foam blocks. If you feel tension in the knees or hips, you may also place support under one or both knees with a blanket, block, or pillow. Now, let's take a moment to center and ground for our practice. Bring your hands to heart center and bow your head slightly. Begin to notice your breath, deepening the inhales and exhales, and allowing your breath to calm the mind. As your mind begins to quiet, take a moment to notice the vibration of your heartbeat and the movement of pranic energy throughout your body. You may rest your hands gently on your thighs, palms facing down or up. Take a moment to ground into your sit bones and gently lift up through the entire spine. Imagine that your breath spirals down your spine on the inhale, rooting and grounding you to the energy of the earth. As you exhale, imagine the breath spiraling in a reverse direction back up the spine, releasing tension out the crown of the head towards the sky. Keeping space in the spine, inhale through the nose as you root down, and exhale through the nose as you release up. Inhale, spiral down to the earth. Exhale, spiral up to the sky. Continue with this spiraling spinal breath for a few more moments, noticing the flow of energy through the body. Now we'll begin with some gentle movements of the neck. Keeping space in the spine, turn your chin slowly towards the right shoulder until you feel a gentle stretch without pain, and remain here for a few full breaths. Release back to center with an inhale, and turning now to the left shoulder on the exhale, remaining here as well for a few full breaths. Release back to center and begin to flow from left to right, exhaling as you turn to each shoulder and inhaling as you release to center. Continue in this way at your own pace with slow and gentle movements for a few more moments. Next, we'll stretch the sides of the neck by reaching the right ear to the right shoulder. Again, taking care not to cause pain or injury for the cervical spine. Relax and remain here for a few full breaths. Release back to center on an inhale, and then reach the left ear to the left shoulder on the exhale. Center your focus on your breath through a few cycles of full and deep inhales and exhales. Release back to center on an inhale, and then begin to flow with this movement from right to left, exhaling as you stretch the neck and inhaling as you reset to center. Relax and continue at your own pace as we stay here for a few cycles. Now we'll transition into our final neck mobility movement. Keeping with the same ear to shoulder movement, bring your right ear to your right shoulder, and then allow the head and chin to drop and roll gently across the chest to the opposite side, finishing with your left ear to your left shoulder. If you can, try to inhale this time as you bring your ear to shoulder, and exhale as you bring your chin to chest. Continue in this way at your own pace for a few more rounds. From here, we'll begin adding some movement to the spine. As you inhale, lift your chin to the sky and press your ribs and heart forward. Lift from the crown of the head to keep space in the vertebrae and remain here for a couple of breaths. Then on an exhale, bring your chin to your chest, curling your spine forward, and continue to breathe. Now begin to move with your breath. Lift the chin and open the heart on an inhale. Drop the chin to chest and curl the spine on an exhale. Try to press through the crown of the head in both movements to keep space in the spine, which will help prevent injury and allow the free flow of energy. Continue in this flow for a few more rounds, stretching and energizing the spine. Inhale, lift and back bend. Exhale, drop and fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Now we'll begin adding some organic flowing movements to help open the lower spine and hips. Begin to circle from the rib cage, releasing and activating the lower spine. Continue to breathe deeply through the nostrils. Now reverse directions, again focusing the movement on the rib cage and the lower spine. As you move, notice the expansion and opening of energy throughout the body. From here, we'll begin to deepen the movement into the hips and add some movement from the shoulders as well. Here you may begin to notice the rise of energy and fluidity in the pelvic and tailbone areas. Now reverse directions and continue in the same way, bringing movement and energy to the entire spine and torso. Stay with your breath with deep, full inhales and exhales through the nostrils. On an inhale, reach both arms to the sky as we begin to open up the side bodies. Bring your right hand gently to the floor. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, begin to stretch to the right. Make it your goal to keep the spine open and spacious. Continue to breathe, and then if you like, you may reach your hand a few more inches to the right to deepen the stretch. If you change your gazing point, you may notice subtle differences in the stretch. Now, reach both arms high again on an inhale, and then drop the left hand to the floor. Reach gently to the left with the right arm, keeping space on both the left and right side bodies. Take deep, full inhales and exhales, and again, if you wish, reach your left hand a few more inches to deepen the stretch. Play with your gaze position to experience different stretches in your neck. Inhale back to center, and then we'll begin flowing with these two movements. Exhale as you reach to one side, then inhale and lift both arms as you come back to center. Exhale and release to the opposite side, and then continue in this way for a few more rounds, staying focused on your breath and keeping space along both sides of the spine. Return to center and bring your hands to heart center. From here, we will engage in movements that gently twist the spine. Lift through the crown of the head and begin to reach your right hand towards the back and your left hand towards your right knee. In twisting poses, it is important to keep the spine long. Return to center, lift through the spine, and reach towards the back with your left hand, bringing the right hand to the left knee. Inhale and exhale deeply, noticing the effect of the pose on the vertebrae and the flow of energy through the spine. Release to center and begin to flow with your breath. Twisting to either side on the exhale, releasing to center on the inhale, and twisting to the opposite side on the exhale. Imagine a puppeteer string gently lifting the crown of your head, keeping the spine spacious and open. Continue in this flow for a few more moments. Now release back to center. Make any adjustments to your seated position as we come back to our breath to finish our practice. Take a moment to ground into your sit bones and gently lift up through your entire spine. Imagine that your breath spirals down your spine on the inhale, rooting and grounding you to the healing powers of the earth. As you exhale, imagine the breath spiraling in a reverse direction back up the spine to the crown of the head, building energy and vitality as you connect with the expansive powers of the sky. Continue in this way for a few more moments. I encourage you now to bring your hands to heart center and take a moment for gratitude. Thank yourself for tending to your own self-care and putting in the effort to improve your well-being. Thank your body for supporting you in this endeavor, with special appreciation for your heartbeat and your breath. I thank you for joining me in this moment. It is such an honor and a gift to share this transformative and healing practice. When we say namaste, we honor that divine spark in each of us. Let's inhale and exhale. Namaste.